All right, we do have a match. Jesse and Raiden. Jesse is on Eldrazi. Eldrazi Aggro?
No.
Eldrazi linebacker, my guy?
I see Reality Smasher. Okay.
Yeah, you're in?
I'm in.
And Raiden is on Eldrazi Ramp. So, a mirror match, not mirror match kind of thing going on here. Eldrazi Ramps, yeah.
Call me crazy. I think the aggro deck has the edge in this matchup.
I think so too, honestly, yeah. I'm actually so sad that linebacker doesn't see more play. The card, the text is fucking insane.
Yeah.
It can pump out some gnarly damage if you just don't respect it. Like, giving all your future Eldrazi a power buff and haste is crazy. Right?
Raiden only having access to 2 copies of Dismember in the sideboard.
Oh, and both players revealing their Devourer of Destinies. Pretty good opener for them both. That's kind of where they want to be. So, but both players devouring some Destiny today.
Yeah.
This is gonna be an interesting one. 2 players, not so different from one another. But Jesse on a wildly different list. Glaring Fleshraker, It That Heralds the End, that's the Eldrazi Lord. Chalice, 3 main deck Chalice of the Void. 2 extremely dead All His Dusts.
Yes.
But I wouldn't be surprised if Raiden is also on a couple All His Dusts over here. Maybe not, actually. Okay, so Raiden's actually on...
The map generally doesn't.
Yeah, Raiden is on Writhing Chrysalis, though, which might have a pretty good edge in this matchup if you can get it big enough. But a lone Chrysalis still isn't enough to stop a Smasher.
Yeah.
But the second one does. So otherwise, a lot of the regular suspects here, in the form of. Actually, you know what? Actually, no, their lists are fucking completely
Can
different.
Raiden beat a Syra 7 Deaths if Jesse casts it?
Let's
what
just
I
go
wanna know.
through.
Yeah.
Okay, so Worldbreaker doesn't do. Michael Spawn does not. Devourer of Destiny does not target that. Ugin cannot interact with that card. Fleshraker pings Emrakul the Promised End, 3 copies, certainly big enough.
Yeah.
Certainly big enough. A really high mana value Kozilek's Command, and then pay 7 life.
Yeah.
Not really an amazing line.
For 9 mana, pay 7 life, kill your...
Yes, yeah, kill your guy. 9 mana, 7 life.
Well, this is one of the lines that can get him there. We need to see Emrakul Promised End, and we don't.
Yeah, so actually, is Raiden also on a couple copies of Linebacker? I thought I saw one in there.
No, I believe the red is for the sideboard utility.
Oh no, he is on 3 copies of Eldrazi Linebreaker
What?
as well. Yeah.
No.
Both players, we have 7 copies in this match. What are the Eldrazi players doing these days? What did I miss that they've gone to Linebreaker all of a sudden? I feel like this card was under the radar for so long. And now it's like, actually, this card's good.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
This is Smasher territory.
Yeah, but it looks like we're going for 3. Looks like
There's a
Linebreaker.
discount. Oh, okay.
Oh no,
so we have
Fleshraker.
Fleshraker.
Okay. I believe the It That Heralds the End only discounts the 7 mana or more Eldrazi.
Oh, yes, you're correct. Yeah.
Not all of them. Yeah,
Not all of them.
Look, Wizards didn't want a repeat of old
Sure.
Eye of Ugin.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a very funny. What are the odds of this happening? They got to
2 Eldrazi or 7 Linebreaker?
both. They got to be the only Eldrazi in the room, right? Like,
Yeah.
all right, so a lot of base is coming from Raiden's side. What's interesting is that his colorless man is a little choked right now into just the spawn. Which, I mean, I've won a good number of games of Eldrazi where you take out the colorless source and kind of get stuck.
There's a Sowing Myco spawn, so we're just going to hand the deck back and then find an Eldrazi temple, because that's if there's nothing else to find here.
Yeah. Myco spawn in the temple is pretty great. And then I guess the next best play next turn would be like another land and then kick your second Myco spawn. Myco spawn does sometimes feel like
Looks like he's going for Uggin's Lab. He may imprint and then play a Talisman.
Okay.
Is that the line?
Right, because we know that he did have the Devourer in hand. It's effectively
there you go.
Talisman. Yeah, there's Talisman.
Yeah, that would be the only reason you would do it in that sequence.
Yeah. As if you're going to use the mana right away.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, the Devourer of Destiny doesn't really do anything else. It's very good at turning your Uggin's Lab. Very bad at interacting with your opponent's board.
Yeah.
Jesse's, though, technically can take out a Utopia Sprawl, which isn't nothing. But it does do something.
Yeah.
It's not just a 6.
Not just nothing.
Yeah.
That's a Prismatic Vista of the...
Yeah, some new art. Some fancy
I believe that's
art.
a special guest art.
Okay. But yeah, Jesse definitely on the more kind of creature-based land base, right? Like he's got the concealed courtyard.
Linebreaker would change a lot here.
Linebreaker is a lot of damage out of nowhere, right? Because
you would gain the token, you would gain the haste,
pings, and then it gives itself haste.
It looks like he went for basic force, though.
Oh. Sure. Soul's more than enough mana to do to play a good chunk of his deck here. All right, so we're sitting at 5 mana with the Uggin's Labyrinth. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, he may use it for red because it's the secluded courtyard. Oh, no, it's just a reality.
Matter Reshaper.
Matter Reshaper.
Remember Matter Reshaper?
Now I do.
Yeah, we're going to read this one. Us two. I haven't seen this card since 2016 or something.
I think it's a death trigger. I don't think it's an exile trigger. I think it's death trigger and then reveal the top.
It's a
3
3/2,
CMC or less,
flip
put into play.
it. Yeah.
Otherwise in your hand, yeah.
I mean, look, I played a fair share of Battery Shapers. That card is super fun.
Yeah.
Of course, I was flipping over on my bad days Aether Vial, and on my good days, Flicker Wisp.
It seems like Jesse has the most pimped out Eldrazi Temple that just left over in his hand, so his most likely best play next turn is just to put the Devourer back into his hand, create another spawn token.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7 mana on Raiden's side.
Yeah.
Let's see what Haymaker he drops.
It's a lot. Could be Ugin. I don't know what the Delirium count is for Emrakul.
If you were Ugin, do you just like lightning bolt the Flesh Raker?
I think so.
There we go.
Here comes Ugin. I assume it's optional, otherwise he has to exile his Utopia Sprawl.
Yeah.
The old cast trigger. Ugin, very funny this matchup. I don't know if the Ugin counts have changed, but I don't know when that card was first released. It was good, but the Eldrazi players weren't playing it because it was all the mirror, and it's really bad in the mirror.
Yes.
So they started cutting it because it's just like the mirror was so prevalent that you don't want to play Ugin. Alright.
Yeah, it says when you cast exile up to one target.
So yeah, optional.
And I apologize. This one does not have the deal damage one.
Oh, this is just
This one
game
is
life
just
draw
straight
card.
gain 3 life draw card or add 3 colorless mana, not 3 generic.
Yeah. Okay, so Raiden sacrificed his the land that when you cast a big thing. Sanctum of Ugin. Yeah, Sanctum of Ugin to go pick up the Emrakul. Very, very smart. And so, like, while Ugin not the most impactful here, especially on this board, the alt still very menacing against any deck.
Yeah.
I mean,
my deck versus your hand.
Yes.
Yeah.
Literally turn my deck over, leave all my lands in there.
Yeah.
Nothing else. Blech. Like.
Yeah, gaining 3 life and drawing a card isn't also nothing in this situation, but.
Right, and I mean that's a lot of loyalty too, right? It starts at 7.
Yeah, just impossible.
Goes
just
up to 9. Yeah, so sitting
goes
at
up
9.
to 50. Just yeah.
It goes up to 1,000,000. Who cares? The ultimate's 1,000,000.
All I know is that I can't unholy heat it, so it just doesn't matter.
If you can't heat it, it's basically 1,000,000.
Yeah, if you did not have consign, which neither of these players do in the sideboard, this is going to be a hilarious match.
Yeah. Either way, I believe that Jesse does not have enough damage in play to both fight the Myco Spawn and kill Ugin,
especially if that's the play to hit the Devour in the hand. Like, obviously, you have to do what you have to do.
Yeah. All right, here's Pimped Out Temple.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 6 sources, but we have 1 spawn. Oh, sorry, and we have the 1 cost reducer because it is 7 CFC.
That's right.
Yeah.
So maybe if we see a Sire 7 Deaths here,
No.
just Devour. Eat Utopia Sprawl, I guess. So he's like, where to go? Also, like, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Might as well. It's free, I guess. Bye. There it is. But another spawn and another ping on Raiden's life total.
If we aren't swinging all out here on the Ugin, what are we doing?
Yeah. Like, I mean, the Fleshraker and the Reshaper both trade with the Myco Spawn, and you're very happy to see your Reshaper die and just flip something else on the top, right?
I think you just have to suicide into this Ugin. Like how do you win with Ugin on the field?
Yeah.
I don't.
So
yeah. So we're just doing the poke strategy. And
I forget if
he is accepting the
Reshaper,
block.
does it draw the card if it whiffs, or is it just?
No, it's put to hand, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you do get it if it's a whiff.
Yeah, and he revealed a Thought-Knot Seer.
That's pretty good.
Well, it's only good if he can't cast Emrakul this turn. Otherwise, it's not good at all.
Is it target player?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh no. Target opponent.
Oh, it is target opponent. Okay.
And then you must choose a non-land card in exile. So yeah, casting or taking over the control and casting it is kind of actively bad.
There's still going to be a 13/13 on the board with Flample, but yeah.
That too.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah.
I think there's 5 types in the yard: creature, sorcery, land, planeswalker, and then
right. So it was an Ugin from the first Rumble, I believe.
Yeah. I think there's 5, but then you have 3 mana from Ugin. Yeah. See, like I think killing Ugin had to be your only out, so that your opponent can't cast the Emrakul.
Yeah, you just have to just like go all out. Yeah. Because I mean, like the spawn here are technically like 1/2s.
Yep.
Right? You might as well swing with those two, right?
Well, only one of them didn't have summoning sickness, but
right. Swing with the 1 spawn, just like go hand with like the whole team here. All right, let's take our turn.
Chalice the Void, Thought-Knot Seer, Cavern of Souls.
All right, so if you're Raiden, how bad can you fuck up Jesse with this Chalice of the Void?
The technical best turn is Cavern of Souls naming sheep.
Yeah. Yeah. Leave in the comments what you think the best creature type is today with your opponent's Cavern of Souls. Coward, maybe?
Yeah, and then I would most likely Chalice on 3.
Chalice on 3, you think? I mean, we don't know his deck list, right? But
if my opponent plays Matter Reshaper, I'm chalicing on 3.
Chalice on 3,
because they have they have Fleshraker, they have Reshaper.
Yeah, I mean, technically you've seen the most 3 drops out of all their CMC cards.
Yeah, so I would name something on 3.
Might as well. All right, Cast Thought-Knot Seer.
Yeah, and now Jesse's reminding him of his cast triggers.
Yeah.
He may not say no to those.
Yeah, those happen. Raiden does lose life.
Yeah.
Now Raiden must reveal his hand and does have to exile a card. Thought-Knot Seer is not optional. But the nice thing is that Raiden gets to pick.
Yeah. So he'll pick Devour and keep the Linebreaker.
Yeah, Linebreaker's good. If you didn't have enough trample already. Alright.
But I would play the Cavern. I would play the Cavern.
Cavern, name something dead.
And then name the
3
drops.
Yeah, eat the Devourer. We need to see.
I think that's actually a very large mistake. I would attack with the Fleshraker.
Yeah, Fleshraker is a way to win not via combat.
Exactly.
So right, the 6/6, much less mana.
Devour is not a winning line.
Yeah,
Fleshraker
kill your spawns.
Yeah, allowing the Chalice to be used on 1 or 2 is very bad for Raiden.
Yeah, because I'm trying to
Malevolent
see
Rumble's
how
not an out.
bad.
Malevolent Rumble's not good. Another Talisman's not good. Another Utopia Sprawl or whatever is not good.
All right, cast this Chalice on what? But now there's another trigger, so they're paying. So again,
And he may be just floating mana, or it is on 1. Okay.
on 1. Or no, maybe it was on 6 actually. Is that might be Chalice on 6?
The face-to-face die. Well, I don't know. I don't think he would have a discount for 6. Because that would be 12 mana total.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, there's no way with like the 3 spawns and then the like 2 lands. Yeah, no, it's Chalice on 1. Chalice on 1. Which doesn't do anything for anybody really.
Except hurts Raiden's
Turns out
own
Utopia Sprawls. But I guess that ship has sailed, I guess. So I mean.
Yeah, I would have named it. I would have tapped out and named it on 3. That's just me personally though.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But now the scary part is, can Jesse still afford to try to take out this Ugin when Raiden's sitting with a 13/13 in play?
Well, attacking with a Thought-Knot Seer is not good.
Because Raiden draws a card, yeah. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
Big
jeez.
Kozilek's Command. And this is exactly why the Flesh Raker's an issue, because
Yes.
I'm certain Jesse is drawing cards, making spawns. Or,
So the discount does apply to this, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is for 6 tokens.
And then he gets to shoot
And he
Raiden
gets
for
another
7.
token. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or no, 8, because he sacrificed his spawn.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah. For 8, so yeah, Raiden takes effectively 9 here, because this Flesh Trigger makes
And
an
then
absurd
all
amount of spawns.
attackers are lethal.
Wow. What a top deck from Jesse.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
ripping
See,
the Kozilek.
and this is why you would have attacked with Flesh Raker instead of just Devour. Devour's just a 6/6.
Yeah.
The thing is so vanilla, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, now they're trying to do the math. He's recounting the math to make sure that Jesse's doing it. But he is doing it properly.
Yeah.
Yes. Because the CMC on the stack is that much, it actually does get discounted.
Yeah. Yeah, because I believe in the Heralds is colorless spells 7 or more.
It's awkward because it's like say you had Lotus Petal in Legacy and you had Thought Monitor.
Yeah.
You could sacrifice the Lotus Petal to cast the Thought Monitor, but the Thought Monitor still has affinity for that Lotus Petal that's on the field.
Yes.
It's one of these awkward rulings.
Yes, colorless spells you guys mana value 7 or greater.
Yeah,
And
it does work.
And X spells do get discounted because you declare the value of X before you cast it, and then cost reductions apply. So yeah, Jesse makes a million guys and machine guns you down, but
and then scries.
Before that happens, he's gonna demonic tutor something to the top of his deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, the power of Flesh Raker. Flesh Raker is a crazy
I
card,
think
really.
this was an evaluation situation, and it was misevaluated completely.
Yeah, I mean it's easy to look at the board and be like 6 is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
So like,
but it's not.
Obviously, I block this in combat, but it turns out that the little 2/2 is actually the
fireball
more
on the stick. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
And I mean, like, you know, this is a play that might not have been punished, right? If Jesse didn't top deck exactly Kozilek's command.
Yeah.
But second Kozilek's command, I believe that is game.
Yeah.
All right, game 2. Game 2. So I guess what's the difference in their sideboards now? And do they even have sideboards for each other? Is I guess the second question.
So, in Raiden's list, there's another Eldrazi Linebreaker. There's another Emrakul Aeon's Torn. There's Stone Brains. There's Dismembers. Everything else is irrelevant.
All right.
We have on Jesse's side Dismembers, Disruptor Flutes, Trinispheres, Warpy Whales, Wayscape Bound. Like honestly, like I think each player is siding in Dismember.
Yeah.
And shuffling.
Yeah.
I don't think it's.
I think this also comes up where you have to evaluate which cards don't do anything, and I think Jesse has more of those. So like, Chalice
Jesse
is
has
dead.
Chalice.
All his dust is dead. Wayscape Battle Mage probably maybe dead, right? Do you keep in Devourer just for the Ugins Lab pitch and the
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, filtering your top 4 cards is more powerful.
Yeah.
I would.
Right, and then for Raiden, of course.
On
Ugin
Jesse's
does
side, you're only
nothing.
taking out the 5 cards. You're only taking out the All's Dust and the Chalice and
Yeah.
you're shuffling back up. So those 5 cards, to me, 2 Wayscape Battle Mage, 2 Dismember, and then...
Are you inclined to bring in Flute in case Raiden keeps in Ugin? Because I mean, like, if I'm Raiden, I'm probably siding out Ugin. Right? Like, it just takes too long to do the thing, and it doesn't really have any
Disruptor
other
Flute,
text.
does it also work against Ugin's Labyrinth?
To do to like pick up the card.
Yeah.
I believe so. I'm pretty sure you can name anything. I don't think it's just land or just
Choose a card name.
choose a card name. Yeah. Activated abilities of sources with the chosen name cannot be activated unless they're mana abilities. So it does turn off the pick up the card. So you could. I mean, and Raiden is also on Shifting Woodland, which you could also name on Woodland. We didn't see Woodland there, so maybe still a bit of a surprise.
It don't look good, one way or the other.
Yeah, I mean, both these decks have a hilarious...
Yeah, whether it's a Vexing Bauble as well or a Warping Whale, I'm not too sure. But I would side in the 2 Wayscape Battle Mages, the 2 Dismembers, and the 5th card, I don't know, just random one from the sideboard.
Yeah, whatever one.
Yeah.
Roll a dice and see what it comes up as.
And I think it's the exact same argument on the other side.
Yeah.
Multiple Dismembers.
Yeah, I am not sure if Stonebrain really does anything that's match up. Maybe you can put in another Line Breaker, another Emrakul.
Just to make the match go faster.
Yeah. Right? Those cards actually do something, right?
Yes.
Another Emrakul, another Line Breaker. Those cards do something.
Absolutely.
So you have 4 possible includes, and you have some cards that don't do anything to match up, so... This is a very classic of just cards that do things in, cards that don't do things out. Like,
Yeah. The game will be more complicated than the sideboarding.
yes. But, whew, the old,
Flush
the old
Raker
command
there.
into command there, all thanks to Flesh Raker. Right? If Flesh Raker wasn't there, like, Jesse was still in trouble. Right? Even if he makes the same play of, like, make a bunch of guys, scry draw.
Yeah.
Like, what does he scry draw into? Another physical command to try to then next turn do it for like 13?
Yeah, tried to kill the Emrakul. Yeah.
Like, that's a
Doesn't
big
that
ass.
Emrakul actually have protection from instants, so it wouldn't even work?
Maybe? I can never keep track of what Emrakul's touched by anything.
I think Aeon's Torn has protection from all colors, and I believe Promised End has protection from instants.
Protection from instants.
Yeah.
So yeah, can't even be commanded. So funny enough, Jesse doesn't really have anything to deal with the Emrakul.
I know my spaghetti
lands.
monsters.
You sure do. You sure do. This would be a matchup where the new Emrakul would be really sweet.
Yeah.
Take control of all your opponent's big fatties that shares with your big fatties.
Madness,
like, seems good. Oh, Jesse with the Gemstone Caverns on turn 1.
And that's an Ugin's Labyrinth as well. Oh my god.
This is a
He did bring in
crazy
Disruptor
opener.
Flute. I would exile the Disruptor Flute. Its high side is not that high.
Yeah.
You filled
And I mean,
your
it's
deck
only
in.
relevant on like turn 5 onward.
Yeah.
Right. So like, turn 1, not that important.
It's not a creature. No.
There goes the Battle Mage.
Jesse, why?
Oh, Jesse.
Jesse, we need that turn 1 against his Utopia Sprawl. Come on, man.
You gotta think
He
ahead.
had an Ugin's Lab. He could have done
Turn 2 Battle Mage. Let's go.
it. We needed to kill this Utopia Sprawl.
Yeah, that's all that matters. Utopia Sprawl is best card in the matchup.
Yeah.
Respect for the Gemstone Caverns, though. That's sweet. He's only got the 1-of, too, in his list.
Hey, you only needed to play one.
You only need the 1-of. I mean, it's legendary. Why would you play another one? Gonna put.
Wow, if Temple is going, I think we're in for a treat. Like, what's better than Temple? I don't know. I cannot.
Another Temple. Right?
It had to be. Yeah.
All right. It's Misty Pass.
So Raiden's just going to fetch for a commercial district at the end of the turn. So I see it's
yeah.
probably a slower hand like Talisman, but yeah.
All right, there's Ugins. And now what? All right, Jesse's very happy with the Flesh Raker, and showing the Sire looming in the distance as the biggest, scariest card in the matchup outside of Emrakul. Certainly a monster to behold, and a dire warning for Raiden if Jesse gets up to 7 mana. Yeah, no, I think
this is the start that Raiden doesn't want to see. Like, like if you kept a slower hand, you're like, my opponent's not that aggressive. Maybe they just had a few 3-drops. And you see this.
This looks pretty scary.
Yeah, this is
because like especially with like how Flesh Raker helps ramp you towards the Sire as well if you're patient with your spawns.
I'll just put it this way. Even though I had a fetch land and I could have surveilled into a commercial district, I would have optimally used this turn to just dismember that Flesh Raker if I had it.
Yeah.
The fact that we just have Talisman now, it is a Rumble, yeah.
We're rumbling.
We need a dismember, but we won't be able to pick it up with this Rumble.
No. So I guess heads up play is that Raiden could still have Dismember. So he did bring in Stonebrain. He's going to pick it up, interestingly enough.
Stonebrain will potentially give him an out to exile multiple copies of some type of threat just to be able to prolong the game.
Yeah.
But whether Jesse allows that time to happen is going to be a different question.
Yeah, and like the funny part is that the Sire's like protected currently from Stonebrain.
Yes.
Like, it's like hiding under there.
Yes.
So even if Raiden sees that, it's like, oh, I can't really beat that card.
Yeah.
You know, very effectively. I'm going to get rid of it for the problem.
And this is the problem with just what Raiden kept as in his opener.
Oh,
my God.
No, that's devastating.
Well, we ain't Stonebraining that no more.
Yeah, huh?
Yeah.
That's a rough one. So that's 2 damage from just the ping, and then 1 more, and then 2 more damage from swinging in.
Are we playing anything else to follow this up?
Let's see, 1 more colorless spell. Yeah, 1 and 2. Disruptor Flute, make 2 more spawns, 2 more damage. And if you're Jesse, what do you name?
In the dark, based off game 1?
And like just this.
I would name something along the lines of like Writhing Chrysalis.
Yeah.
Or Kozilek's Command. Like I would name something that would like contest board state or remove board state. It would be one of those 2.
Right. Yeah, I think I'm inclined, like it's probably still good enough to name Kozilek's Command, even though I think it still hits your own. I'm not sure if it's spells your opponents cast or spells you cast.
That's a good
or spells cast, right? But I think you're still ahead enough that your own command gain 2 more.
It is symmetrical, the effect.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though Jesse could name, his own command.
Yeah. I would personally
he has enough mana enough to fight through it.
Yeah, my instinct is one or the other. It should be Writhing Chrysalis or Kozilek's Command. We'll see what that ended up getting named. But in this situation here, now that we have the 4 mana, if this is Chrysalis, then we're in trouble. Not Chrysalis.
Chrysalis is pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't Command.
Command. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like for
5.
4.
1.
Oh, nice. They put it on a paper.
Yeah.
Can you even read that?
I cannot read that.
Our camera quality's not that good. We appreciate the effort, though.
I don't know if this is actually too little too late. Like, Raiden being at 11 with 3 of these spawns.
Yeah. My camera quality's not good enough to see what that is. All right, Peter's on the case. He's gonna find out what was named with Disruptor Flute. But now we got Dueling Flesh Rakers, which might be enough to pull Raiden back into this.
So the card named with the Disruptor Flute is Stonebrain.
Stonebrain?
Because he did see it.
Yeah.
He did see it and he did pick it up.
Okay.
So that was his call.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's a pretty fair call. I mean,
To me,
it
wasn't a priority because of board state, but if Jesse doesn't have any follow-up threats, then it may be an issue.
Yeah, because now the board state looks a little more even, where they both have a Flesh Raker, and Jesse's lost one of his. So...
But one's at 10, one's at 11, one's at 19, so like there is a potential.
Yeah, this can still go pretty poorly.
1, 2,
But it looks
3,
like
4,
Jesse
5.
has 1 card left in hand. Yeah, last
If
card for
this is
Jesse.
an Eldrazi temple, you can actually play the Sire this turn.
Okay. Yes, 6/7. So pick up Sire. Oh no, we're casting.
No, we're just hard casting. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
Devour on nothing. Just
Yeah.
big guy, make a dude, ping you for 1.
And now Jesse offers the trade. I believe he offers the trade here.
I think so. No, he's gonna.
Nope.
I think you offer the trade because at
You
this
offer the trade
point,
because it makes Sire lethal.
yeah, and now Raiden has the opportunity to just like make some spawns to just like chump block the Devourer, and then like,
Yeah.
what's Devourer doing?
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah, another devastating play is just potentially another Kozilek's Commander or a Writhing Crystals here.
Yes.
And the board state will get so gummed up it will never matter again.
Yes. Yeah. Chrysalis plus Fleshraker is a pretty disgusting combo.
Yeah.
And could single-handedly turn the game. So yeah, I would love to see a Chrysalis here. So I mean, then he gets 3 spawns. He has to shoot Jesse 3 times, and he can turn his Chrysalis into a 5/6, which is still smaller than the Devourer, but only for that turn. Because next turn, right, you play any other colorless spell.
Yeah.
It starts to get out of hand, where eventually, your Chrysalis becomes even bigger than the Sire, and not even the Sire scares you that much anymore.
Yeah, the one other reason I would have preferred to try and trade in that situation, which I think Raiden would have had to have traded, is that if you ever wanted to remove the Sire again, the ward kills you.
Yes, it upgrades Ward to Hexproof.
Yeah.
And that's very bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the funny part about Sire, is that at some point in the game, it does just get Hexproof out of nowhere. It's like, whoops, now I have Hexproof now. Thanks.
I have Ward on Hexproof.
Yeah. All right, does play Stonebrain anyway, so for 4 mana, casts his guy, pings, makes a dude. Not a show of strength, so I feel like Raiden's hand might not be too great.
I think both players
but
are just
Jesse
slightly
is top
petered out on this
decking.
situation. Yeah.
And now Jesse still can't cast his Sire the same turn. He has 1, 2, 3, 4 mana, and then 6 with the Labyrinth. But yeah, just force the block, I guess.
Yeah, I'd be
Swing
attacking
it.
with both still. I still would offer this trade.
Yes, I think so too. I mean, I can understand why Jesse might not want to. Oh, land pass. That's bad. He might not want to because I mean, like 8's pretty low, and if he rips a Kozilek Command off the top, like that might be enough to just burn him out, right?
Yeah.
And removing that avenue maybe isn't that appealing. But not doing that means that Raiden can produce a chunk blocker every turn.
If you're in Raiden's situation right now, it's like you're hoping for one of those removal spells for that flush rate.
Yeah. So at least that gets rid of. All right, he's good. Oh, can't activate that. Yeah.
From my understanding, you can if you pay an extra 3.
Flute. Once the thing you named is in play, is Pithing Needle. Surprisingly enough, the tax is only on casting the spell.
Oh, yes, it is.
But once it's in, it's just
Gotcha.
which is a funny way that it works. Because yeah, I also always think that it's just like cost
an
2
extra
more to
cost,
activate. Yeah.
An extra cost. Yeah, so it does not work like
On
that
both
Dominaria United 3-drop. Yeah, where it just
No.
costs another 3.
Yeah. This one is just cost extra 3, and if you
Reading
play
the
it,
card
you can't
explains
do
the
it.
card, so okay.
Turns
All
out,
right.
yeah. But also explain the card. Explains
So
the
yeah,
card.
then yeah, like even having
So you pick that up on Raiden's end step, yeah.
this is just a pass.
Nothing? Wow.
Yeesh. Now this Flush Raker is essentially lethal once you cast the Sire. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, or 4, 5, 6. I count 6. Ooh. Command for 4. Yeah, exile that thing. Dome you for 5. And then death? Devourer lethal? Wow, I was so hyped for Line Breaker. We didn't see any of this match. It's so tragic for either side.
These are just Zerg decks.
Yeah. Make the Zergling turn him sideways.
Turn him sideways.
Yeah, yeah. My spell makes 2 of them.
Yeah.
Dang, close
What
games.
a crazy game.
That was crazy.
Like,
just both players kind of petered out, and then Jesse just like 2 games in a row top decking Kozil's Command for the win.
Yeah.
That card is absurd, honestly. I have a bit of a hate on for Kozil's Command. That card is just too
you ever
good.
see that Walter White meme where it's like, say my name?
Yeah.
And then it's like,
K command.
yeah, call against command. It says,
Yeah.
K command.
Your K command.
Your K command. Damn right I am.
Yeah, that is the greatest tragedy of modern.
I know.
That, a nicknamed card has been that name for so long.
And now it's been stolen.
Yeah.
Just straight stolen.
Straight stolen by a vastly superior card. Like, it's not
Okay.
even close.